like you. Be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one.
Welcome back to Diorpop. I hope all of you are doing well, Jikook fans all around the world. Today, we return with a story filled with warmth, happiness, and small surprises. Moments so simple, yet powerful enough to make ARMY's hearts tremble. Because yes, Jikook is truly back. Not in a sensational or controversial way, but in the way they know best, through honest, gentle, and meaningful interactions we've all been missing. Here, as we always say, everything is about patience. About waiting calmly. Because sooner or later, Jungkook and Jimin always find their own way to bring back the small moments that feel so big to fans. And this time, one simple moment once again sparked a long conversation among ARMY. After that moment went viral, many fans began revisiting Jikook interactions throughout the years, from their debut era, trainee days, to the times when the pressure of the industry grew heavier. And the more people looked back, the clearer one thing became. What Jungkook said that day has always aligned perfectly with how he has treated Jimin all these years. Behind the scenes, away from the main spotlight, Jungkook and Jimin have often been caught on camera in the most natural situations. Nothing staged. Nothing exaggerated. Sometimes, they didn't even realize they were being filmed. And it is precisely in those moments that the strength of their bond becomes most visible. In small things, a brief glance, a light touch, a quiet presence, there is a connection that feels sincere and impossible to fake. One of Jungkook's old statements has recently resurfaced in discussions. He once said that Jimin is the only person who makes him feel understood without needing many explanations. It sounds simple, but it carries deep meaning. Not many people experience that kind of connection. Even within families, feeling truly understood can be rare. But with Jimin, everything feels different. Jimin seems to always know when Jungkook needs space, when he needs a hug, and when he simply needs someone to sit quietly beside him. No questions. No pressure. And the same is true the other way around. Jungkook may not always be vocal. He rarely expresses his feelings through long words. But his care for Jimin has always been obvious. When Jimin is exhausted during practice, Jungkook is often the first to approach him. A gentle pat on the back. A bottle of water handed over. A small gesture that the camera might barely notice, but that means everything to the two of them. There are no grand words. No drama. Everything happens as if it were a natural reflex, like a habit built over many years. As if taking care of Jimin has simply become part of who Jungkook is. That is why, when Jungkook said that being in love with Jimin is fun, many fans felt as if he was only voicing something that had been visible all along. Their laughter, their playful teasing, spontaneous hugs, the way they look at each other with soft, gentle eyes. All of it points to one thing, a happiness that appears only when they are together. Jimin, too, always shows a different side of himself when he is with Jungkook. With other members, Jimin is warm and friendly. But with Jungkook, he becomes softer, more spoiled, and more free. Many ARMYs say Jimin has a special smile, one that only appears when he looks at Jungkook. A smile that isn't forced or formal, but the smile of someone who feels safe. On stage, their interactions often leave fans breathless before making them scream. Jungkook is almost never far from Jimin. Quiet whispers. A hand on the shoulder. A brief glance for no obvious reason. Everything feels so natural, as if their bodies automatically move closer whenever they share the same space. What makes it even more interesting is that many fans have noticed Jungkook and Jimin share a secret body language, something only the two of them understand. A light touch on the arm that means, "I'm here." A quick glance that means, "Are you okay?" They don't need long conversations. One small gesture is enough. Among the many beautiful relationships within BTS, Jikook is one that always makes fans' hearts flutter whenever they appear together. The relationship between Jungkook and Jimin is filled with warmth, care, and subtle details that make many believe their bond goes far beyond being just bandmates. And on that day, a small moment, barely captured on camera, became a hot topic once again. The moment when Jungkook, with a sincere smile, said that loving Jimin is fun. It wasn't a big scene. Not a statement made in front of thousands of people. Precisely because it was small and spontaneous, those words felt far more meaningful. Many fans said Jungkook seemed to forget he was being recorded. His reaction was pure and unfiltered. Jimin, standing beside him, could only smile shyly, lower his gaze slightly, and then tease Jungkook with a gentle pinch on his arm. They looked like two young people who understood each other without needing words. The way Jungkook said it was also very characteristic of him. Not dramatic. Not exaggerated. His tone was light, as if answering a simple question. He looked at Jimin for a moment, a gaze powerful enough to make thousands of fans scream, before saying that being with Jimin always feels warm, comfortable, and pleasant. Jimin's reaction was just as sweet. Instead of denying it or joking excessively as he often does, this time his smile was slow and soft. His eyes sparkled, as if Jungkook had just voiced something Jimin had felt for a long time but rarely heard expressed so directly. That moment seemed to quietly unlock emotions that had long been kept neatly inside. Fans began talking again about Jungkook and Jimin's long journey since debut, growing up together, enduring difficult times, carrying the weight of an industry not everyone can understand. And when they look at each other, there is an undeniable comfort, something only two people who truly look out for one another can share. Jungkook's words that day felt like a small confirmation that what we have been seeing all along is not just fan service, not coincidence, not fan edits. Their closeness is real, visible in the way they calm each other, unconsciously move closer, and seek each other out even without being asked. Many armies called that moment a glimpse of Jungkook's honesty. He is not known for easily expressing his emotions through words. So when he finally said it, those simple words felt like the most sincere confession he has ever made about Jimin. Jimin seemed to understand exactly what Jungkook meant, without needing any further explanation. They smiled, laughed softly. The atmosphere turned warm. This is what many fans now call the most Jikook moment, because everything felt natural and genuine. After the video went viral, social media was flooded with clips. Hashtags like #JikookMoment, #JungkookLovesJimin, and #JikookIsReal trended across platforms. Fan artists created artwork. Editors made compilations. YouTubers analyzed their expressions frame by frame. Many agree that Jikook's relationship is one of the most genuine in the K-pop world. They are not only physically close, but emotionally connected. Jungkook often leans on Jimin for inner strength, while Jimin treats Jungkook as someone deeply important to him. And that brief moment, when Jungkook said loving Jimin is fun, felt like the perfect conclusion. Jikook are not just co-workers. They are two people who give each other comfort, happiness, and a sense of belonging even as the world continues to watch. To this day, ARMY never grows tired of talking about that moment. Because relationships this genuine are rare, especially in the entertainment industry. And Jikook has proven that sincere affection can be seen in something as small as a smile, a glance, or a quiet touch. Jungkook may have spoken only a few words, but they carried immense meaning. Being in love with Jimin is fun. And perhaps, for the two of them, love really is that simple. No grand announcements needed. Just being present in every laugh, every glance, every small hug, and every moment that feels as warm as that day. And perhaps that is what makes Jikook so special. Love, for them, has never needed loud declarations or dramatic scenes. It lives quietly, in shared laughter, gentle glances, small touches, and the comfort of simply being there for one another. Jungkook's words may have been simple, but the meaning behind them was deep, honest, and unforgettable. Because sometimes the most genuine feelings are revealed not in grand moments, but in the softest ones. Thank you for watching and staying with us until the end. This has been Diorpop, where we share stories that warm your heart. Until next time, stay patient, stay kind, and keep loving Jikook. Purple Heart.